everyone, it's Hatsy and I'm back with another build in the Sims 4, and today we are going to be building a simple pets mansion. So what I mean by this is it's like a simply decorated mansion, basically. And I don't decorate things simply. Probably not making a lot of sense, and I'm very sorry if you're new because I do not make much sense sometimes, but a lot of the time I clutter up mansions and houses and then I get a lot of complaints like, oh, it's too cluttered, like you can't use it. So I thought, okay, why not just build a very simple, basic mansion, like not much landscaping and then just like a lightly sort of gone over interior. So it really didn't take me that long. It took me just under 2 hours to finish everything, so to build it and then to do the interior as well, with several stops as well because I was feeling sorry for myself because it's a mansion. I do that though. So what I'll do is I'll build for like 10 minutes and then I'll be like, oh, I've got to have a break for a minute. So that's basically what was happening. But it is Hamptons inspired and it is using the new pets expansion. And actually, if you just have pets, you will be able to download this. Because the thing is, I only use pets on the outside of the build. So all the windows and all the wallpapers will be base game. I think the only thing that I used on the outside of the build that wasn't pets was a vampire flooring, which I'm pretty certain that that's going to surprise everybody right now. I'm sorry, like how random is that out of all the packs I could have chosen? But to be fair, the vampire game pack has the best flooring in my opinion, like that we've had so far. I love it. It's like a stone flooring, but it just looks good everywhere. So you'll see that. But yeah, so I found a mansion online that I just really like the look of, and I thought, okay, why not just build something big? Because I know that a lot of you really enjoy these. So that's what we're doing. We're playing around with the roofing as well, because like a lot of the roofing styles are new. No, they're not. Hang on. No, we get a couple new roofs, but I do use a new roof. I think I do. I hope I do. I'll be annoyed at myself if I don't. But yeah, this house, I'm excited about it. It's just supposed to be something that, if your game doesn't run well as well, you could just like easily put it into your world rather than having to load like a million items, because that's what I do a lot of the time. So yeah, if you like this kind of build, let me know because I can do more. And I was actually really happy with the interior because it's very simple. It's very basic and it's new, it's modern. It's a little bit like my house, and I've been saying for a while that I'm going to be doing my dream house interior, or like my actual house interior. So this is what's happening with that. Okay, so I'm saving like mad, like to the point where I'm not sort of splashing out on anything, because okay, if you don't know me, then you probably won't know this. I am an excessive spender when it comes to things. Like if somebody gives me £300 or like £500, I'll just go and spend it on like whatever I want. And that's the issue, because then like, okay, I could spend, let's say, a lot of money on like gym wear, just for an example. But then when it comes to the important stuff, like, I don't know, a nice shoe rack for my house, because I need that at the moment, I forget. And that's what happens. That's basically what's been happening for the last couple of months. So this month and next month and the month after and like, in fact, all next year, I'm just going to be saving and getting the house sorted. And then I'm going to be doing the interior of the house, because I built my real house ages ago, but I just didn't do the interior because there wasn't an interior for it. Like, it's very basic. But yeah, there we go. So that'll be interesting, hopefully. So going into a little bit of detail about what I've been up to recently. Oh, I've been really into fitness, as probably some of you know from Instagram. Yeah, I've got really into the fitness world now. I've been working really hard like this last month, and it's just like really inspired me to do stuff with it. So I think maybe this week there will be a fitness video on the channel, but it will be just like talking about what I've been doing and stuff. And the reason is because, okay, from January, I've lost 47 pounds, but I've gained a little bit back in muscle, but not in weight. I've had an amazing gym partner for the past month, and there's been some issues, but we've talked about them in other videos, right? So if you know the drama and everything that's happened, it's been crazy. It's been a mad month, but I have my gym partner and he's brilliant. So a lot of you have been asking, like, will you film a video with him? So I'm thinking that will be coming up. Well, I'll film it tomorrow, but then it's going to take some editing, so should be up at some point. But that'll be good because, yeah, like, I want to do more stuff with that. I get people reaching out to me saying like, hey, how did you lose that much weight? Coming from a gamer, coming from someone that understands, like, how did you do it? So that's what I kind of want to do. And if you're interested in like the process and everything, then I post on Instagram. I'm posting a lot of gym stuff right now, a lot of like progress and things like that, just because I'm really proud of like how far I've came. But I really can't wait to just share like the whole story and yeah, you know, what I'm doing now and everything. So that'll be good. But it'll be nearly at a year mark. Be at a year mark in January from where I lost like 47 pounds. Oh my goodness, it's mad. I'm sorry. It's weird actually, because just talking about this for a minute, it's really weird. I went to the hairdressers the other day, and I haven't been to that hairdressers in what, like 6 months, I think, maybe even more than that. They didn't recognize me. They were like, who are you? I was like, I used to come here every week. And I said, have you lost weight or something? And I was just like, yes. And they didn't recognize me at all. It's just weird stuff like that, you know? It's strange though, because I've noticed that a lot of people have started to treat me differently, which I hate, because I like to treat everybody the same, you know? No matter what you look like, no matter what your weight is, no matter like how fit you are in the gym, it doesn't matter to me. But like just random people are just like treating me so differently now. Like people that would have never spoken to me back in January, chatting me up or, you know, like trying to start a conversation with me. It's really weird. So yeah, I'm sorry. I always end up talking about like random stuff on my speed builds, but hey, like if you watch me, then you'll know that. So that's good. But going back to the build, telling something that's like not that far off, because I feel like talking about gym and fitness is like one of the furthest things away from gaming ever. Like apart from ants, okay? If I was to surprise everyone and just do like a 30-minute voiceover about how I love ants, because yeah, if you watch like podcasts and stuff that I'm on, occasionally the topic will come up because I watch ant channels. It's so weird. Why? So I'll leave all the links below for that if you want to, and yeah, to my Instagram as well, in case you are interested in fitness, because it's like a massive part of my life now. Like it's something that I really want to do as well as gaming, but just in the future, you know, like when I get to a good point with it, then that's gonna happen, hopefully. I'm excited. So anyway, the back garden was just very basically furnished. This was where I decided to just not use only the pets expansion. I decided to like veer away and start using other things. But again, if you don't have these other packs, it won't matter, honestly. I mean, you'll hardly tell a difference. You could even download this house with the base game and just change it round to suit you. Because that's the thing, it's so simple that I don't think that you'll even notice some of the things, you know, if they're missing. So yeah, it is on the gallery. I was excited to post it last night. And yeah, just like keep refreshing it if it doesn't show up, because it's the gallery. I'm sorry, like I've spoken about this before. It can be really bad, like when it does come to telling you like what's on there and, you know, refreshing and stuff. But like loads of my creations are. I've still got to put the Great Gatsby mansion up, so I'll do that tonight probably, just because I've been busy and it slips my mind, and then I remember, then I forget, and then I remember again. Yeah, I'm quite useless, but I will do it, and that'll be good. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for other things you want to see, you know, of course let me know, because I'm always interested. In fact, a lot of my ideas, like a lot of my video ideas, always come from the comments, genuinely. Because I just get so inspired. Like I always read the comments, and I always read. It's really weird actually. Can I admit this? In fact, yeah, I'll admit this. So the other day I saw a comment from somebody in my past that commented, and then like I nearly had a heart attack because their full name popped up. I was like, oh no, they watch my videos, and it made sense afterwards. I was like, whoa, they're in the comment section. So that really spooked me, like just talking about comment sections for a little minute. And it was even more awkward because, okay, there was a particular story that I told. It was on Italian Dream Mansion, when I was going on about like my sister's wedding and stuff, like what happened there. Well, I was talking about someone in my past, and then like they popped up, and it massively spooked me because I didn't realize that they watched my videos, and it's just creepy. But I was really stuck on the interior. I like blue interiors, but I also don't at the same time because it looks really cold. And I know this is weird, but like it also reminds me of my sister, because she always used to have blue bedrooms, and I remember them just feeling really cold and just unwelcoming, which would sum up like her, basically. Yeah, I'm so sorry if you're new. You've missed so much. But you know, I was listening to a lot of YouTube drama at this point, because I love YouTube drama. Oh my goodness, it's my favourite. Do you know what I do with this? all I'll do is I'll stick like a Scarce video on in the background. Or, okay, Scarce doesn't like post that much now. Mainly like Keemstar. I know, who even am I though? Like, I watch ant channels, I watch Keeps, it is weird, I know. But that's what I do. I don't know why. I love hearing like the latest drama. I get really involved. But do you know what the thing is? The last thing I'd want to do is be involved in it. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine like how bad you'd feel if you just like popped up one of those videos? Like, by the way, this YouTuber is a horrible person. Imagine if they got my name wrong too. Oh, it'd be awful. So talking about the interior, I sort of went in between modern and like traditional, but I do like have a lot of traditional interiors. So I tried not to do that. So you'll see some changes. We actually change things around a bit when it gets to the kitchen. Oh, the kitchen. The kitchen, can we just? It's like my dream kitchen when it comes to it, you'll see. It's, do you know, I have like lots of dream kitchens. This is the issue. Is anyone else like massively conflicted on styles? Because like that's me though. Like what will happen is I'll say to myself, a traditional French kitchen, like, you know, with all the little tiles on the floor and cute little, I don't know, like, okay, hard to explain. You know what you see on Pinterest if you type in like traditional cute kitchen, yeah, or like cottage kitchen, things like that. That's like way up my alley. But then I'll have the other extreme where I'll like really modern, really simplistic, and I'll love that too. So I don't know. I'm just very confused. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to live half my life in in a very modern way, and when I hit 50, everything goes traditional. That's it, you know? Maybe. Would that work? Let me know. Like, is that a reasonable way to live? Should I live like that? Just advice, you know, from one friend to another? Let me know. And what should be the cutoff point? Like, should it get to, I don't know, 49, and then I start throwing out all my furniture? Like, what should happen? Like, how should we do this? Yeah. So anyway, moving on to the bar. Now this is a weird one because I actually used to have a bar in my old house. This was in the haunted one. So I know that's a weird thing to bring up like right now, but I did a story about it for Halloween, and yeah, a few of you like will know that from there. But I had a bar there, and like the only thing that we had in the bar were these like Britvicks, but they were disgusting. I don't know why my dad bought them, but they were just the worst. Like, I'm sorry, why is Britvic like such an expensive orange drink? Like, why? And also, why does it taste so bad? Like, the thing is, I could go to like Asda, because I always go to Asda because it's like the nearest thing to my house at the moment. Actually, it's not. Oh my gosh, I've just realised it's actually quite far away from my house. But okay. Yeah, anyway, I like the drive, so it's good. But like, if I went there and I bought the nicest orange juice, it would not be Britvic. Britvic would be the last thing on my mind when it comes to orange juice. I'm sorry. But I think I would rather have... Okay, what's a horrible drink? I'm trying to think. Pepsi. No, Pepsi's not even that bad. Or Monster than Britvic. That's a push though. No, that is a push. That's too much of a push. I'd never have Monster. You'd never catch me drinking Monster. I don't think, anyway. It just looks like such an intimidating drink, you know? Not sponsored, by the way, of course. So, anyway, changing some of the interior rounds. I was trying to make it match the kitchen at this point. Still trying to stick with the blue theme, but also trying to put in those like cool lights. I actually got one of those for a wedding present, but I never used it. So it's just like stuck in my lounge at the moment, just like unwrapped. It's really sad actually. And I know this is a weird thing to mention, but James has a thing about like not putting up lights. But there is a light in my kitchen and it's like dangling down like midway. I'm just like, James, just replace the light bulb. But no, I don't think that light will ever have a bulb in, but I'll keep you updated just in case you're ever wondering. And maybe I'll post like a aesthetic picture on Instagram when it's all completed. Maybe. Giving you a little kitchen tip here, because like, you know, going back and forth. What I did is I left it very simplistic, but the flooring, I was a big fan of that. So just having a little bit of grey flooring to separate it, I thought it looked perfect. I'm sorry, but like that's one of my dream kitchens, if not my dream. Or my dream at the moment, but when I hit 49, then no. It's all traditional from there for me. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you prefer? Do you prefer modern or traditional? Because honestly, I'm so stuck. Going on to the upstairs of the build. So a lot of the rooms upstairs were bedrooms. And the reason why I wanted to do that was because it kind of reminds me of like a holiday house. You know, like where if you had like a massive family and you'd all go and like rent a place out. This is the kind of place that I'd imagine would be rented out as like a holiday place. So maybe you could even stick it in Granite Falls. You could do that. Or you could have it here as a holiday resort. I've got an idea. It's just came to me. You could have like a really rich couple in San Myshuno, and then they could come here for their holidays. Because you know how people go from, is it New York to somewhere else, like the Hamptons area for a holiday? Yeah, that could work. I don't know. I watched it on Gossip Girl once, and that's the that's the only thing I know. So that's my only knowledge of that. But yeah, that could be a good idea, and that could be some like fun background story as well. But the only time I've stayed in like a big sort of mansion, like a holiday mansion, okay, twice actually. So once was in Florida, and that was really interesting because like we rented a massive house, like huge, one of those villas. And we rented it for like 2 weeks with another family, but the house itself had like 8 or 9 bedrooms, and it had like a swirly slide. And our neighbour, okay, we never actually figured out who it was, but apparently, like according to other neighbours, he was like a famous rapper who was there for a holiday. And all I know about him was he would pull up in a yellow Hummer, like stretched Hummer, with these like massive gold sunglasses on, and that was the only thing I ever knew about him. So if you can figure out like who I was living next door to for, I don't know, 2 weeks, then that would be cool. But I could never figure it out because I like rap music, but like I'm not that into it, you know? So I wouldn't know like who it was. But yeah, so that happened. And then the other time I stayed at a holiday house was in Centre Parks in the UK. And it's basically where you go, and it's like a massive forest, and there's like little cute houses there and stuff. And we rented like a big house for the family because there was what, like 10 or 11 of us, so we had like a big house, and it was amazing. Like it was so good. It was one of the new houses as well because like at the time they were just like refurbishing a lot of it, so that was great. But what we did is we hid a load of stuff in the house. Little, what do you call it? Okay, we had this competition. I'll rewind. You get like a wooden stick and then you paint it and then you put clothes on it. Yeah, I'm gonna sound really weird. But it was like an art and crafts competition because my family is like really creative when it comes to stuff like that. So yeah, like we all had competitions about who could make the best stick person basically. And then we hid all our stick people in the house somewhere, but not obviously, you know, and not to the point where it would be annoying, but to the point like where we come back a year later and look for them and see if they've been moved. And they'd all been moved apart from one because we went back exactly a year later. So yeah, one was left, and it was underneath the kitchen cupboard, stuck underneath it, and it was still there. Like, how good's that? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's really weird, I know, but it was such a fun game. But it's one of those games that you have to wait a year to see if it's worked. So it's like the longest game I've ever played in my life of waiting. And it's a bit ridiculous, like waiting for a stick person to see if it's still there. I mean, like, come on. So yeah, finishing off the last room, I was just like trying to find a painting that matched, but I honestly couldn't find anything. But that's supposed to be like the main bedroom in there. I was happy with how that looked because it like has a bathroom and it looks good in my opinion. So yeah, I was excited about that. But that is the end of the build. So I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see your future ones. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.